for all these lumber camps to do their thing, you had to have tons of supplies brought in, not only for the men but also for the horses, right? And the first thing that had to happen was there was a network of wagon roads that were built. And wagon roads are really primitive roads that just wagons and sleighs would run on. They'd be only about 5 feet wide. And this graphic here shows the wagon roads that they were built on up the Des Moines Valley. And along the wagon roads there were stopping places every 10 miles. And a stopping place is like a frontier hotel. And then there were also depot farms. The depot farms were like these remote farms way back in the bush, so that there was a more local supply of forage for the horses and pork or whatever for the men and that sort of thing. But these wagon roads were extremely busy with many horses or teams of men and horses running all the time to get supplies back. So this next song kind of talks to that whole process, the supply chain route of this whole thing. And if you pull up an Algonquin Park map from one of the older maps, you'll see on there a place in North Algonquin, a place called Halfway House, and it's like a little ghost town village there. There was a post office there and a blacksmith shop, and there's all kinds of fields and a bunch of buildings, and it's a really interesting place to explore. We've been there many times, and there's even rhubarb growing there. You can go and pick some rhubarb that was planted in the 1800s of all things. And I did have some success researching this site, and I found that it was run by a guy by the name of Xavier Pilon. When you pull up the Canada Census information, you can see that he had a family of 3 daughters and a son, and also you could see in the records that he had the hardship of he lost one daughter to pneumonia, another one got hit by a train in Deux Rivieres, so he had a lot of hardship to deal with, as well as having to run this extremely busy stopping place. And I can tell you how busy it is just by the number of horseshoes that we found there. We've like 200 or 300 horseshoes we have hanging on trees there. It's just a exceptionally busy place. So we wrote the song halfway there, written from the perspective of a lumberjack catching a sleigh ride in, stopping at his place and heading on into Algonquin Park to log for the winter time. By rail and by steamer, the time I arrive at the place of Two Rivers, the men for the drive. On a horse-drawn sleigh, southward we head through the forest on a tote road as winter sets in. At times I would walk with the sleigh just ahead. 10 miles to the depot and 10 miles to Brent. The stillness of the winter on this winding tote road, I heard of this place that's halfway home. Oh, Mr. Pilon, your farm is so fine, 10 miles from the noisy CPR line. 10 miles yet to go on through to Brent. I wave at your daughters after time there well spent. I heard of your daughter, of sickness she died. Her smile still lingers, I still question why. The steel heart that you forged from a horseshoe spare, Xavier Pilon shaped it with care. Mr. Pilon, your farm is so fine, 10 miles from the noisy CPR line. 10 miles yet to go on through to Brent. I wave at your daughters after time they well spent. The horses were fed and the hitching repaired. Smoke from the chimneys stained the cold air. Large pots of the harvest steeped by the fire, sometimes with music late in the hour. Oh, Mr. Pilon, your farm is so fine, 10 miles from the noisy CPR line. 10 miles yet to go on through the Brent. I wave at your daughters at the time they're well spent. This place in the forest now speaks without words, with the fields closing inwards and the sounds no one heard. From the ruins and stone fences and the rhubarb still there, lost are the stories of the place halfway there. Oh, Mr. Pilon, your farm is so fine, 10 miles from the noisy CPR line. 10 miles yet to go on through the Brent. I wave at your daughters at the time they're well spent. Lost are the stories of the place halfway there. Thanks very much. Right on.